Hello YouTube. So I've just come out today, just took a drive down to a BOAT on the OS Maps boat, which is an abbreviation of byways open to all traffic, because I'm thinking about doing a motorbike camp at some point. It might not be for a while, I just don't know yet because I haven't got all the gear I need, but I'm looking at green lanes, what's known as green lanes. That's not an official term. You basically have to kind of do your research a bit and try and find them, but they're like, one of them is a byway open to all traffic, so it means it's officially sort of classed as a road. It's a registered road. You need tax and insurance and everything to drive on it, but they're not like always roads as in tarmac surfaces. They're often like country lanes, which are could be anything from really rough mud, gravel, anything. They're just kind of not the sort of thing you'd expect to be a road and see people driving down, but you legally can. And so it's perfect for going on a motorcycle camp where you can kind of go down one of these lanes somewhere that not many people go, just go off it a little bit and set up camp with your bike with you, rather than having to leave your bike parked somewhere else and going into the woods or whatever. So it's something that I'm trying to find out in the local area where I can go that's going to be a bit out of the way. But this particular bit I'm in now is just a really small woods, like a little copse that's just off of that lane that I didn't know was here, so I was just walking up it. I need to continue walking up it because I want to check the surface of the byway, see if my motorbike can handle it. But I just thought I'd come off into here quickly first because this is a nice little woods. It looks like there's been a lot going on here. There's like big oil drums, and there's those chairs in the trees. There's like some old ladders. It's a lot of dead wood. It looks like there's been a lot of human involvement in this wood, so it's maybe not the best place to camp, but I thought I'd come in and have a look anyway. There's a really good clearing here. In the woods, nice big open bit, and there's trees around, so you could still string up a hammock between a couple of them, or just, you know, set up bivvy and basher or whatever. So it's a good woods for camping, but I'm not sure if it's just too busy, too much human traffic. But anyway, I'm gonna have a little mooch around. It's just a bit of a recce day really, and then we'll go back to the lane again. Alright, so we're back to the lane. I'm just gonna walk up it. I think it goes on for quite a while, so I don't think I'm gonna walk the whole thing. Might actually drive down to the other side. I know I look like a plum on me sticking out, I just realised. I might drive down to the other bit and walk up that way, because that's closer to where actually I would think of camping with my bike. So far it seems alright. I mean, my bike is not an adventure bike, you know, it's quite low slung, but I think if I just stuck to one of these two sides, to stay in the crevice or even in the middle, it should be alright. I just have to go slow. Didn't want to bring the car down here in case it got stuck and couldn't turn around. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this middle verge is quite high, and I only brought my small car out. Didn't want to get stuck on the verge or scrape the exhaust or something like that. You're probably better off with a 4x4. But yeah, I'll keep going, see how it goes, if it gets better or worse. Signs, we have signs. So you can see there that it says straight on. I've just come from down there and it says byway open to all traffic, Hertfordshire County Council. So it is an open byway. And again, that's what it looks like. You can see that vehicles come down here, but like I say, that middle verge is quite high, so you're better off with a 4x4 or a motorbike and stay on one side. In my little car that I've got today, I don't know, didn't want to risk it, but yeah. And then through there you've got the Chiltern Way, public footpath, and Tatmore Hills Loop. So there's a few walks that go off that way. Just have a quick look. It's raining, so we won't go off out there. So I got the this is by the way, Dutch Army DPM poncho, if you're interested. But yeah, let's carry on. I'll just come from down there. There's a little opening here. I mean, you could just rock up here, you know. Bring the bike up here, set up on the edge of the field. Oh dear, I don't think you can see them from there, can you? They're right down across there. Yeah, I'd say that little area there is more of a opportunist camp, you know, if you're on a long ride. You could just come up here and just stop off there for the night. But it's not somewhere I particularly go. You know, oh, that's a really nice place to camp. It's not really anything special. So I'm about halfway up this leg of it. I'll show you on the map, on the video, and then it cuts across west and then goes back down and then across east on the road, joins back up again. So I may walk the whole thing, or I might just go back. Okay, so we're now at this junction, and with that blue dot on the top right there, so you can carry on to the main road. We turn left, come back down this one, and then across, and it's around about here somewhere is where I want to check out, see if there's somewhere to camp. So I think I'm just going to do the circular. We're coming down the long stretch now. I haven't checked on the map where I am exactly, but this is the bit where I was hoping there would be an area where you can get out into that field somewhere with the bike. But so far it's all barbed wire fence and trees, so it's not looking good. There is a little woods to the side here. There's a lot of bluebells in there. There has been a couple of little paths going through, and there's one there, but you wouldn't get a motorbike through it. But there was one further back you could definitely get through. Clearly this is where people have been going through here, walking through. There's all this barbed wire here, and an old fence. It looks like maybe, you know, there used to be a proper public opening to get in there. Let's check the map, see if that's actually a right of way, and if this barbed wire should be there or not. Okay, so two things. First of all, that woods is just there. There's no public rights of way for it or anything like that, so it is looks like a private woods. You're not really supposed to go in there at all. And I'm back again because I doubled back on myself just to double check that there wasn't any ways out there onto the field, you know, to just take the bike through and park up and do a camp just on the side of this lane. But it's all, there's like barbed wire fence and there's trees and bushes and everything, so nah, I don't think it's going to be possible. It's a shame, because you can see through there. Go up here a bit, nice little area just down here, you know, would be perfect. It looked good on the map. This is why you have to come and recce these places, because if you look at satellite on Google Maps and you zoom in, you can't really tell that these bushes and that fence is here, and OS Maps isn't good for that kind of thing. You have to actually come to these places to find out. But anyway, I'm going to walk all the way to the end, and then I'll be going back along the road, which I won't film because that'll be pretty crap. It's just that first bit coming up, really, that long stretch at the beginning, is where there's a couple of little bits off to the side where you could possibly camp. Like I say, it's not exactly idyllic, but it depends, I suppose. If I do a long enough ride, then it might be alright. So this very last bit coming down towards the road, I can see chalk coming through, and chalk, if you don't know, especially when it's wet, is like ice. It's so slippery, so that's something I have to be careful about. I'm just getting down to the road and going to turn left and go back. I said I won't film this bit, so it'll just be noisy and boring. Well, I said I wouldn't film, but here I am. Just say there's another green lane just ahead on the right, so I might just check that out quickly whilst I'm on my way. Nice bit of garlic mustard there. Well, this track is definitely rideable, but again it's just kind of walled off on both sides by bushes and trees, and just, you know, farmers' fields on either side. So far not the best. I think the best bit still so far is that first bit, the first stretch, and a bit of an open area.